All right, guys, welcome to this 1983 Seaver replay using Statis Pro Baseball. I have a heck of a game here, so I decided I'm going to start recording it as of the top of the 7th inning. And right now the score is 1-0. It's Atlanta at New York. And Seaver basically is allowed one run, and that run came in the 6th inning. It was a walk, a wild pitch, and then a double by Chris Chambliss, who drove in Bob Horner. So Chambliss picked up the only RBI of the game. The Mets are being shut out by Phil Niekro. Both pitchers are still doing extremely well. Niekro's only allowed 4 base runners. He started off at 15. He's at 11 now. So it's Tom Terrific pitching in the top of the 7th. It's Phil Niekro leading off. He's here. And let's start pulling cards. This is the last 3 innings. It's a 9, so it'll be off Niekro, and a 42 will be an out, pitcher out, and that's a bouncer to first. 8 and 9, error at first. The first baseman is Kingman. So it's got to be a high error. He's an E2 at first base, so he's going to handle that ball. And that'll be out number 1. All right, so now here comes the top of the order for the Braves. It's going to be Brett Butler, who's 1 for 3 today. It's a 4, that's off Seaver, and a 24 will be a base on balls. Ouch, just walked him. All right, so Seaver loses another one there. And Brett Butler, now he is a stolen base of an A, so he's going to try to steal. There he goes, and that's a 12, and a 12 is going to be any rated runner steals. So the runner is rated, so there he goes, the throw down from, who's the catcher today? Hodges, and he is safe with a stolen base. So there's a runner in scoring position now. And it's going to be Rafael Ramirez. Bullet card is 7. That's going to be off Ramirez, and it's going to be a 34, and a 34 will be a line drive base hit to right field. It's second to home on a single to any outfield. The right fielder is Danny Heap. Danny Heap's number is a T3, and Butler is an A, so T3 and an A is 11 to 56, so we're going to try it. There's 1 out, so with 1 out, I'm going to try it. And it's a 42. He scores. And OBR is an A, so when there are 2 out, okay. Secondary advance. When a play is made on a runner who is advancing to either home or second or first to third on singles, the batter automatically takes second if he's an OBR A, so he will go to second base. So it's a base hit single. It scores Butler, and the throw goes home, but not in time, and taking second base is going to be Rafael Ramirez. So an RBI single for Ramirez, and that's going to be it for Tom Terrific. He's gone, my friends, and we're going to the bullpen. And Claudell Washington is up. He's a lefty. So we're going to go and bring in one of our lefties from the bullpen. It's going to be, what is it, top of the 7th, 1 out, 7th. We're going to bring in Carlos Diaz. So Carlos Diaz comes in. Seaver goes 6.1. And it's going to be Claudell Washington. Carlos Diaz is going to be an RR of 5, so he's good. And so a single off of Ramirez's card. We didn't check for an error. There's no error. So here's the pitch to Claudell Washington. It's a 7. That's going to be off Diaz. And an 87. Lefty on lefty, 87. That'll be an out. And LN is a grounder to first base. I'm sorry, to the pitcher. Back to the pitcher. And there is an error, 1 to 10, and it's going to be an error on the pitcher. Where's the pitcher error rating? Oh, he's an error rating of 0. Okay, it's an error rating of 0, but I don't know what happens there. I mean, I'm going to have to check the chart. A G1, does the runner advance or not? And I think it has to do with his speed. And Ramirez has good speed. Everything has to do with the base runner's speed here. So OBR of A. So let's see. Runner on second. Runner holds, OBR A will go to third base. That's what I thought. So runner goes to third. Oh, and that's a ground ball to the pitcher. And let me just get rid of that. Sorry about the dogs barking in the background. I'll stop it until they calm down. Okay, so ground out. Back to the pitcher from off the bat of Claudel Washington. Moving to third is Ramirez. And here comes Dale Murphy. That's a 6, so that'll be off of Diaz. And a 67 will be an out. So line out to third baseman. And that ends the inning. So only one run scores. One run scores on one hit and a walk. And we move to the bottom of the 7th inning. Leading off for the Mets is going to be George Foster. Now, the reason I don't have replay up on the screen is because I'm using Stratomatic for 83. Replay doesn't have the 83 season. So I'm inputting the data off of a paper and pencil score sheet. George Foster, that's a 9. Necro's a 6, so it's off Foster. And 11, it's going to be a righty versus a righty, and I believe that's a strikeout on the splits chart, and it is. So Foster swings and misses at a knuckleball from Necro, and that's 1 down. Next is Danny Heap. That's a 10. That will be off Heat, and that's a 25, and that's a drive into right center field, and that's going to roll to the wall. Heading for second is Heap, and he's in there standing with a 1-out double. Danny Heap puts the tying run at the plate, and Ron Hodges. So we're going to subtract 1 there, and we're going to roll to see if that's an error. No error on that. All right, next up is Ron Hodges, and it's a 3, so that'll be off Necro, and a 35 off Necro, and that's going to be a base on balls. So Hodges walks. Now Hodges is the tying run at first base. Should we get a pinch runner? We're going to get a pinch runner. It'll be Wally Backman. It will pinch run. Put a little X. X marks the spot where the pinch runner is. Here comes Brian Giles. So Necro moves another 1 down. And with 1 out, we're just going to swing away. It's a 5. Again, that's off Necro, and a 12. This is a righty versus a righty. And a 12 is going to be popped up, foul ground. Behind the plate, the catcher, Benedict. And it's going to be an FO2 for the 2nd out of the inning. And now it's Ron Gardner. And we're going to bring up Rusty Staub to pinch hit. Let's grab Rusty. There he is. Coming to pinch hit for Gardner. And we'll have Backman. All right, we got the tying runs on first and second with 2 outs, and here comes Rusty Staub. He's going to pinch hit against Phil Necro. So, pull a pitch. It's a 2, and that's going to be off Necro, and a 16 will be lined to right field, base hit, and this will probably score Heap. Let's see if they wave Heap around. Let's take a look. Heap is a C, and the right field, Claudel Washington. Let's see what kind of arm Claudel has. Claudel Washington has a T3. So a CT3 is 1-66, down by 2 runs. And it's going to load the bases. You know what? We are going to hold them up to load the bases. It's the bottom of the 7th inning. We're down by 2 runs. We could get 1 here. You know what? There's going to be a play at the plate. We're going to try to score him. Actually, there's a hit off the pitcher, so there's no error. I'm going to try to score him, and the number is 75, and he is out at the plate. So it's going to be a 9-4-2, and that'll end the inning. Damn. And this is Carlos Diaz. He's there in the 9th spot. But the Mets, with no runs on 2 hits, they leave a couple. They get thrown out at the plate. Danny Heap is gunned down at the plate by Claudell Washington and second baseman Glenn Hubbard, who made an accurate relay throw to the plate, and all Bruce Benedict had to do was put the tag on. He also did a good job of blocking the bag and or the base, and Heap had to hook around him, but the throw was right on the money. So here goes, and that's going to be a subtraction there of a couple. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So Rusty Staub is out of there. They're going to have to bring a new shortstop, and our shortstop is Wally Backman. He'll be the shortstop, and then the catcher will come in here. The catcher will be Ron Reynolds. All right, so we'll go to the top of the 8th inning. Top of the 8th inning. So Seaver went 6 1/3. Yeah, okay. All right, so here is Bob Horner leading it off. And here's a pitch. That's an 8, so that'll be off Diaz, and a 33 will be a strikeout. So Horner swings and misses at a Diaz slider. 1 down. Here comes Chambliss. On deck is Glenn Hubbard. That's a 9, that's off Diaz, and a Diaz with an 86. Chambliss is a lefty, so lefty on lefty, 86, and that'll be an out, kind of an out. LP, grounded to short, played by Backman, and he throws him out. 6-3. Let's make sure Backman can play shortstop. I'm pretty sure he can. Otherwise, we'll put Giles there. Let's see, let me grab Backman can play second base. I believe Giles is the one who can play shortstop. So we'll put Giles as shortstop. Yeah, Giles can play shortstop, so we'll move Giles to shortstop, and then Backman will play second base. That's what I did. Okay. So that's Giles to first baseman Kingman. That's 2 out, and here comes Glenn Hubbard. Pitch from Carlos Diaz. That's a 10. That'll be off Hubbard. 56, and that'll be an out, an RN, and bounce to the second. Easy play for Backman, and that retires the side. 3 up and 3 down in that top of the 8th. Let's go to the bottom of the 8th. We're going to have a pinch hitter now. Pinch hitter for Diaz, the pitcher. Backman is already in there, so he's in there already. So we'll just keep him in there. And we're going to bring in Mark Bradley to pinch hit. All right, here's a pitch from Negro. It's an 8, so that is off Bradley, and a 37, and that is struck him out. Negro with a knuckleball strikes out Bradley. Looks extremely perplexed at Negro's knuckleball. So that's 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. Mookie Wilson is next with an 8. That's off Mookie, and an 84. That'll be an out. SN. And that's a bounce to the third, charged by Horner, and Horner fires to first on target. 2 out. And up comes Huey Brooks. Huey Brooks today is 0 for 3. It's a 7, so that'll be off Brooks. And a 26 is going to be a line drive base hit to right center field. So he's on with a single. And since it's off his card, we will check for the error. Nothing there. And Negro loses another one, so tying run is at the plate, and King Kong Kingman. And he's got tremendous power. Let's do this. Here's a pitch. It's a 12. That's off Kingman's card, and a 63 is not going to do it. Unfortunately, RP. It's lined to the third baseman and caught L5. So no runs, one hit, one left. We go to the top of the ninth. Going to have a new pitcher now because we had a pinch hitter. It's going to be Orozco, Jesse Orozco. And Orozco is a PB, no, an RR of 4. All right, here's the pitch. It's going to be Bruce Benedict leading off. What did I do with Benedict? Where did I put him? Oh, I must have put him in the wrong pile somewhere. Here he is. Okay. So it was Hubbard, and now it's Benedict. Here's a pitch from Orozco. That's a 3. It's off Orozco at 28 is a strikeout. So Benedict swings and misses at a high fastball. And Orozco was the last man on that 86 mound when they beat the Boston Red Sox. Here's Phil Niekro. That's a 7. That's Orozco. And an 81. Niekro is a pitcher out. And that'll be a bouncer to short. Nice play by Giles. 2 out. And Orozco to Brett Butler. That's a Z. I'm not doing those. A 7. That's off Orozco. 36, and that's a strikeout. So 2 strikeouts for Orozco in the 9th inning. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Last licks for the Mets here. And at Shea Stadium, Mets are playing at Shea Stadium, and the score is 2-0. Both runs given up by Seaver. 1 in the 6th and 1 in the 7th. And it's going to be George Foster leading it off against Phil Niekro. Here's the pitch. That's a CD. No, it doesn't count. It's a 5, so that's going to be off Niekro. And a 12. And that's going to be popped up. Foul ground. FO2. Catcher makes the catch, flips the mask away, and secures it right by the railing. Here's Danny Heap now with an 8. That's going to be off Heap. And a 43 is struck him out. 2 out. So the Mets are down to their last out. It's Hodges. Phil Niekro has pitched an excellent ball game. He's pitching a shutout. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hit shutout. Here's Hodges. It's going to be off of Hodges, an 85, and that's a righty versus a lefty, and that'll be he's an LN, and that's a fly ball center field. Right there is Butler, makes the catch, and the ball game is over. Let's lose it. No runs, no hits, and Seaver will get the loss. I believe Seaver is 1 and 2, and I'm pretty sure that's what his record is. And this game will be 2-0. How many hits? 1 hit, 2 hits, 3 hits, 4 hits, 5 hits, 6 hits, 7 hits. And errors? Did they commit any errors? There was 1 error committed, but I think it was by the Mets. Pretty sure it was by the Mets. I just don't see it. Huh. I guess not. It's almost positive it was an error committed, but it could have been a different game because I play so many different games. I don't see any errors. No. All right, so no errors, and the Mets had 5 hits. So Atlanta, 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors. Mets, no runs, 5 hits, and no errors. And Seaver, how'd Seaver do? Seaver gave up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs. He walked 1, 2, 3, 4 walks. Struck out 1, 2, 3, 3 strikeouts. 1 wild pitch. No hit batters, I don't believe. And batters faced, he faced 27, 28, 29. And he falls to 1 and 2 and didn't pitch too bad. Allowed 2 runs in 6 innings. This is Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV. Thanks for watching Statis Pro Baseball. If you watch the videos and you start getting hooked on it, check it out. There's boxes like this on eBay for anywhere between $40 to $140. So you can kind of see what you have to spend and how much you want to spend and what they're selling and so on and so forth. But as you can see, it's definitely a fun game. It's a little bit different than what we normally do because we do a lot of dice games. This is a fast action, card activated game. That's how it was designed. So that's very cool. And remember to join Universal Baseball Association Facebook group. It's the Facebook group for those who hate Facebook. All right? It's a different kind of group. You're going to really enjoy it. And I will see you soon. I got the 59 Braves coming up in a replay.